Good morning, students. Welcome to today's session, the first session of English class. So, we are going to continue the rest of the poem, The Farmer's Wife by Olga, that is P. Lalita Kumari. So, you know that this is a translated poem of Olga. So translated by Vasanta Kannabiran from Telugu to English here. So we have found or understood the theme of the whole, the major important theme of the poem, The Farmer's Wife. And we also have discussed a lot of things or topics about the plight of a woman, the rural woman, when she lost her only husband who is a farmer in the family. And also we have discussed about the pre-reading activity also here, and so many topics have been discussed towards achieving or understanding this particular poem. Dear students, as we are all familiar and witnessing such incidents, farmers committing suicide, became as if it is a trend, became as if it is usual, common today. We never respond much today, because why? The number of suicide cases in the life of farmers have become common and more often today. So we need to work on this, or to provide a solution, or to put behind this a deluge, as such we can say, and to complete stop here. So we should work on it seriously and try to find out the means to stop this kind of activities in our society, especially in India. Okay, we have seen the attitude and the plight of the women here, where we have completed the beginning part, that is 2 sentences of the poem. So I will read the first few lines of the poem as we have completed this. You are virtuous and you are gone, poor sinner that I am remain. So here in this situation, in this poem, Olga, through her poem, The Farmer's Wife, has created maybe an experience of Olga also here, and her response towards such unusual things that are happening around us. Maybe her emotional towards this. So that is why she has taken up a situation where already a woman facing the loss of her husband's death here, and also the future struggles where she has to face without her husband. And it is sudden accidental event which took place in the life of this family here. And in this family, I think as it is said here in the beginning lines, that the man is virtuous, the man is very good. He had a very good name in the village and the villages around it. And people used to believe him And they too had a very good confidence and faith on this person. So, as of character and his relationship between the people is virtuous. Yes. So he had a very good name. But poor sinner that I am remain before your creditors. But it is me now become a sinner, a poor sinner, having no knowledge of anything like leading life as such. So I am standing before the creditors from whom you have borrowed money today. The credit or the debt, interest, all those things you have transacted in the previous life when you were in our family. So you have done all these things, but I am poor, I am lonely, I am alone now in front of those people. How can I get out of these problems? This is her cry, pain here. Unable to bend your head or stretch out your hand or sell your crops, you crossed over. Yes. So I think the farmer has the character of a very good one. And he has taken a credit from the people in order and spent it on the agriculture, farming, cultivation. And or stretch out your hand. Now, so it is because the crops have failed, completely destroyed, and this farmer has nothing, got no profit from his cultivation, his agriculture, his fields, everything he lost, and it is the credit, the debt, or the money that he borrowed remained. So he can't bend his head before those people, because he can't say, he can't pay the money here. So in order to save this sad and bad, difficult situation, not to bend yourself in front of those people, or stretch out your hand again to the other people in order to clear this credit, and you fail to sell your crops, you crossed over. So after doing all these things, in this difficult situation, you have left me alone. So he is a man of loyalty, of good character and conduct, who is worried much about his values of humanity, mankind, and he never ever wants to bend his head before the others or his creditors or stretch out his hand to them. So he knows that the crop would never go into profitable to him. So he can't sell his crops also. So in that particular situation, he committed suicide. Now he is dead. Then, but I was born with a head bent. But I was born with a head bent, a hand outstretched, not unused to being sold. Knowing all this, did you leave me? Says, since both the wife and the husband are quite happy in their life, yes, and They never expected such a situation in their life. Whereas the farmer's wife now explains what is her condition now. Who is going to solve her problems now? How she has to come out of these things now? Says, but I was born with a head bent. She says, means head bent. How is it possible? What is the position of women in India now? What is the society? How is the society how society treats so-called the class of women? So there are so many discriminations where we do practice treat this class. We never give them complete freedom here, thinking that they are weaker than men. So our societal practices from ancient and olden days are still remaining or practiced or believed even today. So the society has made her as head bent. She was not allowed to go on herself outside and deal, commit, do any transaction as men do in the outside world. There is a particular space for her fixed by the society that she has to remain between the four walls. Even if she wants to come out for a few minutes, she has to take permission. She has to follow those terms and inhuman terms and conditions of the men-dominant society here. So that is why the society has treated her, made her that she has to bend before the men-dominant society. So she says, from birth I am in this situation, I am in this bad treatment of men-dominant society. So she says, head bent, a hand outstretched, and even I can't take money from anybody. I cannot ask help from others. And even it was not taught to me. I have not exposed to that world of stretching my hand out and beg for help or ask for help in the public. Even I am inexperienced in this case. Not unused to being sold. And you know that. I never ever have any information or knowledge of how to sold or agricultural produce or the crops that we have grown in our fields in the market. She never. Why? Because it is we think that it is the work of so-called men here. Isn't it? So we treat our practice and believe in that situation where it is never or any, she has nothing to do with such kind of things in her life. So she never gone to the field, and even if she goes, she never taught, encouraged, supported by her husband to learn the agriculture or farming. No. And he is the person who has to go to people and bring the money, borrow, get or in credit and use them for the agricultural purpose, and after the crop she will work. That is that she will work surely from morning till evening. She will be working in the field, but only that. It's only that she has to carry out all the agricultural works in the field, but taking them to the market, selling, the price and the market situation, everything was not concerned with the woman, so-called woman here. And it is believed and practiced that it is the duty of men, it is the work of men till today. So that is why she asks her husband, all these things are known to him. Everything is known about his wife. That she never knew anything about agriculture, farming, selling, and going out of the house and working and behaving or mixing with the public like that. That is why she asks him a question. Knowing all this, did you leave me? You know all these things, that I am unaware, that I am illiterate, uneducated in all these things where she quoted now in the poem. And all these things are known to you. Even if you know all these things, that I am unused to do all those things, untrained, uneducated in those things, and you know that I can't take the responsibility of my children, still knowingly you have made me or left me and my children. See, this is the pain, this is the cry of a woman who lost her husband just. So this is the plight of the woman here, and you can think and guess out the things or the position of this woman here. Because it is not so easy for a woman who is not exposed to them, practiced to such things, or used to such things, can lead her life alone without her husband here, who used to carry out everything and who used to take care, the wife used to take care of the family and in bringing up her children, everything like that. So the question of the woman is, you knew everything. You are sure that I can't lead my life alone. You know and everything of me, still you left me. So this is the painful things that comes out from the heart of this soul or woman who is suffering, who is in a very pathetic, lonely situation, in losing her husband here. Then next, you found release with poison. How did he die? By consuming poison. So that was very easy for him. To die, it is very easy. And to live, one had to struggle. You found release with poison, poisoning my bitter existence. Bitter existence? Yes, whose existence is bitter existence? The wife, hers is the bitter existence now. A difficult life. life in future. Isn't it? She had to face a difficult life hereafter. There are so many hurdles and difficult troubles that are going to disturb her life in future. It is not the thing that she is crying alone here and the things will be solved here from hereafter. It is the beginning of our difficult life, our bitter future here. So you have committed suicide by consuming poison and poisoning my bitter existence. So whole family was poisoned by the death of her husband here. So who will take care of this? Okay. Who will take care of this then? The society? Is there any rule or a condition here? Yes? Tell me. Think over this. Every line has its own meaning here. It has depth in meaning here. If you start thinking about our society and what is happening today in the life of people, poor class people, or these agricultural families as such. Yes. You have found release with poison, poisoning my bitter existence. The cotton crop is but yesterday's. The cotton crop is but yesterday's, but my family? The cotton crop is but yesterday's. It was just an yesterday's crop. Why do you worry about yesterday? You never bothered about the future, tomorrow. Still you have a chance of growing the same crop or any other different crop and getting profit. So you had chances of survivability in future. If you would have thought over or about your future, you might have got solution for that. You never start thinking about it. And you never informed and talked to me also. If the man or the farmer, if he had planned and talked, exchanged his feelings, those sad, painful emotions with his wife, I think there might be a solution for that. I think he would have found a proper solution for that. But that was not done by this man here. Because they were very happy family. Maybe he had in his mind that he don't want to disturb her mind in telling these painful, difficult things here. He don't want to share his sad feelings with her wife. Not only don't want, he has no guts or mentality or energy to talk with his wife about these things here. So he experienced these painful situations alone inside him only, himself only, and then in a hurry, without planning, thinking about the children, wife and their future life, and he had a better life if he would have thought about the thing. He just thought about only the yesterday, that is the past year. He never think about the future. So that is why he says, yesterday, so this year we have lost everything. We don't have any profit from our crops. The cotton crop is but yesterday's. But our family, what about the family here? The land won't go anywhere. It will be there. But you can grow in the next coming year, and you can be profited also. Okay, so the crops comes and goes. It's in our hand. But what about our family? Did you ever thought about our family? You have forgotten. You have taken a wrong decision, not thinking about your family. You have forgotten the family, the children, the wife, and our future life. So you have least bother about family. How often have I drowned in it? How often have I drowned in it? How many times have I escaped death? Whether you abused or reviled me, kicked me when you were drunk, I thought he is but a man. Little did I dream you would deal me a death blow like this. Okay. Her experiences, the bitter, sad, difficult experiences with her husband have been revealed in this stanza. She recalls her old memories where she was treated very badly from her husband. So many times she was in a situation where he scolded her like anything. He abused her. He quarreled her in so many situations. And he also reviled, he treated her very badly. He had beaten her. And he had kicked her when he was drunk. So he was an alcoholic also. When he was addicted to alcohol and consume alcohol, he used to behave very badly with his wife. He used to scold, abuse, revile, kick, do every sorts of these things. But she never took them seriously. She never thought that is a crime and a bad thing on the part of her husband here. She forgiven him thinking that he is a man, that he is working hard in the field, that he is taking care on our family, so let him do. So she never cared much about all these bad treatments of her husband in her life. So this is the thing that make us to think about the wife here, that all these questions rise in her soul and mind, that even though I was treated very badly, discriminated, beaten, abused, she never complained anything on her husband. She never ever, pointed to him saying that he has done a very bad thing against her, harmed her, put her in a difficult situation. No, she has excused her husband in all these bad treatments against her. Even though she was exploited by her own husband here, with all those things, treatments, she never complained. She bare. So that is woman. We know that there is a very special understanding or a position in our society, especially Indian society and culture, that she was a special gift to mankind because she gives birth. She cares, she brings up the small kids, and from how long? She keeps the child in her womb till 9 months, and she takes or experiences all sorts of difficulties that were given by the child when it was in her mother's womb. And 9 months, dear students, you might have studied or knew what were the difficulties of that pregnant woman when she was carrying a baby in her womb. So she is mother, she is the creator, she is the goddess that we treat her. Every sort of prayers should be rendered to this woman. And how we behave with the woman here, without understanding her value, her love, kind-heartedness, the struggle that she has faced and still facing, we never bothered about all these things. So it is in this situation the author also fails to understand about wife, children, and the very life, the future life of the family here. So I didn't believe, I never ever had a little doubt on you that you are going to leave us or give us a death blow like this, or make us feel more painful as of today is concerned. I never expected you from this. So she never even thought of these things in her dream or imagination. So I never thought that you are going to give us this much of big blow to us, pain to us. I never thought that you are going to poison my family or my life. I never ever thought of it. See the agony or the painful condition or the situation of this woman here. My dear students, you can analyze them. You can read such stories in everyday life today. So every now and then, every day there will be a death of farmers in India. Every day. I don't know the exact number. So why do all such suicides in the families of these farmers are happening? Why can't other people who carries out other professions? Why is that they became victims of these suicidal cases as such? So who will think and care for this? Is this inbuilt within us that it will never be stopped? We have so many scholars today, so many intelligent people today, prophets, pandits, gurus, so many matadishas today, and social works, and departments in our governments, state as well as central government. We have all the departments on this problem. What are they doing? In what direction they are moving towards without thinking about this? Without getting out of such an evil, social evil, which has become a biggest threat to the whole family of the farmers today. We are seeing till today they are protesting against some policies taken up by central government. Why can't we listen to them and give them some particular period and check out, verify what will be the result of their decision? Because there is huge and large number of people who are fighting against such rules and regulations. Why can't they implement those things and see? It won't be a permanent decision then. They have to see 1 or 2 years, and then again they have to call those people and discuss with the advantages and the disadvantages that they have experienced in their things. And let them select some other farmers and implement their new rules, terms and conditions and see the result. Why can't they do such things? Why can't the scholars think about these things and find out the solution to these things more than me, more than us, we the common people? Though crores of money is spent on those departments, on agriculture, on child and women welfare, organizations, departments in our government, what are they doing then? So these are the things we feel like asking. So when we read the incidents, the plights of such people who becomes victims to such events here. Now, so in this way, I just gave you example of what is happening today, and my own idea of getting out of those things and stopping that agitation or strife. Okay, then and there. Okay, not creating problems to the society or the other people who engaged in different professions. Okay, so we should think about all those things being, having the rights and all the opportunities to handle, to think, work and come out with some new ideas to reform these things as such. So that's it. And you can also give your suggestions also. So all those things will be discussed in our physical classes, that is offline classes here. Okay, then coming to the next stanza here. True, the crop was gone, the debt remained. Yes, it is true. Everybody knows. Even myself, I knew that the crop was gone. Our crop that we have spent much money on it has been destroyed by natural calamities, by one or the other natural calamities. And I know that debt remained, and the money spent on this crop remained as a debt. I know that. Wife knows. People knows what is happening in your life, happened in your life. Crop gone, debt remained. Our dignity hit the dust. So I also know that when the crops have gone, when the debt has remained as it is, when we have failed to give or return the debt, so automatically our dignity will hit the dust. Will be questionable in the society in front of the creditors. Our dignity hit the dust, our hearts turn to water. But how did you imagine my back would bear the burden of 4 children? Yes, I know. Our hearts turn to water. The struggles, the pains, whatever, the hard work, what we have taken, they all became useless, wasted. So our heart turned to water. But how did you imagine? But okay, they are all okay and right. But see, think seriously about this. This is more important than those things. Here, how did you imagine? In what way you have decided to commit suicide? Leave us alone in this world. That is, my back would bear the burden of 4 children. So how many children she had? 4 children. Imagine, my dear students, taking care of 4 children is on the shoulder of the wife here, farmer's wife here. She asks him with a very, very emotionally, with a cry, she asks him, how did you imagine? How did you come to conclude your life, end up your life, leaving us without thinking how your wife is going to take care of 4 children? Okay, did you ever have thought about this? Yes, this is a very important thing, my dear students. Every farmer has to think about this. If a family has no man to take care, or in the family, how will society look at that family? Yes. In what way she look at the family without male? What is that? Family without male. Or a man. How did our society looks at the woman who had become a widow? What is the society's treatment towards the wife or woman who had lost her husband? And even the children. How is that society look at the children? Yes. Think about yourself. The situation of the woman and on the responsibility that she had, where she alone should take care now, work hard, earn and maintain the family here in the society. And how is society today's society? Think about this, my dear students, think about this. This will become the biggest thing here. Very important idea in this poem, where the treatment of, see, on the outside, if you take a society, and the family here, the farmer's family, when it has no man or a male, and there are wife and children. Of course, if in this poem, 4 children. And think about the society now. What is the attitude of the society? So the responsibility of the society here. Society as well as the family or the man here. Think about this yourself. Can society provide a comfortable position to women, wife and children here? Think about chain snatching. Think about the burglars, riots, the dacoits, the robberies happening in the cities, so-called very well facilitated. Houses have been looted by the robbers, isn't it? And what kind of security you can expect from a family like this? When she became a widow and when she had no knowledge of anything dealing with the outer world, about agriculture, about any transaction, financial transaction or social transactions, anything like that, so she is not at all aware of those things. And think of the plight of this woman here. So it is these things on which we have to think about. So, my dear students, think about this. You will get answer. You will get so many things in front of you when you start thinking about the society, about the way we treat women, about the way we treat a widower, about the way we treat a girl, about the way we treat the children. Also, it is very important. Children must have a proper childhood. Children must have the love and affection of both the family here, father and mother. So many things these elders have to take on their children to bring them up in a better way. They have to be a very good means and agents to their children to taking care in providing the education, shelter and all comforts of life during their childhood here. In such a situation, if the father dies or commits suicide and there is no father in the family, how can these children be happy, grow healthy in their life? So that is what we have to think about here. And The bigger problem is with the wife here. Both, and even the bigger than that is children's life here. Who made them orphans, alone in the world. Who made the society to discriminate these people. And who made the other people to look down upon these people. Why? There is no father. Why they call and they give the name that they are orphans. These children, they have no father. So how do these people think about? Then when they start observing, growing up, getting to know the outer world, father, mother, their responsibilities, love, affection, care, society, when they mingle with the society, when they mingle with other people in the life, so what is the kind of a treatment that they can expect or get in their life? It is very important, dear students.